And I would say too, if you're just looking for a clip of a baseball game or a Michael Jordan basketball game, it's so out there on YouTube, no one's gonna sue you. It's not like you're playing the whole game. What the hell's anybody gonna do?
Can I use this video evidence in case we get sued?
I was thinking the same.
We're in Manhattan, getting ready to spend the evening taping Bob Costas. It is the first time I've interviewed him of any consequence since I was 19 years old. I'm now joined by 15-time Emmy Award winner, 8-time Sportscaster of the Year Award winner, the biggest stud in broadcasting, Bob Costas. Thanks for coming on the show, Bob.
Graham, point one. That's not a good introduction.
That's not a good introduction?
No, Graham, come on.
I've been looking forward to it for a while, been harassing him forever. This is a guy who I long idolized and wrote my recommendation letter to college, etc. So I'm about as excited for this taping as I've been for anybody ever. I am unquestionably more excited about today than I have been with anybody we've ever featured. So
Get a grip on yourself.
How'd you finally get him to agree to it?
And I, to be honest, did not think this was going to happen. 7 reschedulings or cancellations over 3.5 years. And then a couple months go by and you text me with a date. And I'm like, I must have indirectly guilted him into making this happen.
Not indirectly, directly.
Is that a secret technique you've used
No,
before?
but perhaps I should start.
All right, Kara.
Yes.
Today it's your first shoot. What are we gonna do today?
Well, first I had to go get the van, which was parked in a parking lot, and I don't think anybody knew, including everybody who worked there, exactly what was happening. But finally I got the car out, drove in the craziness that is New York City. Hopefully we'll get a big giant slice tonight after, maybe late night pizza, and yeah, head back to St. Louis.
Please God be the right Greg. Well, that's not great.
So what just happened?
Well, you know those group text things, you know, when you add all the people? Mm-hmm. Well, I added Greg. It's not the right Greg.
Who's Greg?
Our PA. I don't even know who the other Greg is.
Just a random Greg.
Apologies. But if you want to come in clutch and show up with those rocks that I asked you to bring, that'd be amazing.
Greg, if you're out there, you know what to do, buddy.
You know, as long as a Greg shows up with the waters, the granola bars, the bananas, the unsalted almonds, the tortilla chips, and preferably 150 pounds of rocks.
There's actually a place in New York that we could go to that has about 30 rocks.
Oh. Ah. All right, anyway, we gotta find a place to go get rocks now.
You remember Niki Lauda,
Yeah.
Formula One? Anyways, we were with him in Austria and Belgium taping an episode before he passed. And
People always say this, even educated people say this. We talked to him before he died. Well, did I think he did a seance?
Right now, we are on the way to go get sandbags because of a bit of a rock fiasco earlier. So we're gonna go pick up the sandbags. We'll use them for weights. Because of the aforementioned Wrong Greg episode.
We're back on that, okay?
Yep, we're still on that.
The saga continues.
Although we met Real Greg, and Real Greg is great.
What's your favorite thing about New York City?
The Subway.
What's your go-to sub?
Oh, actually spicy Italian.
Awesome.
And so the Wrong Greg, Right Greg fiasco.
It's gonna work itself out.
Yep.
I've gotten the impression that there's never enough content on the in-depth show.
So you've done this before then?
Not with Graham, but I have a sense of Graham.
Ken Burns didn't interview this many people for this long.
What time is it?
9:15.
9:15, all right. we
Started
got-
at 6.
How'd it go?
I think it went well. I think I wore him out. I was, I went very long. I could tell he was ready to be done.
How long are we going here?
We're wrapping up.
Are we? Are we?
He talked about his falling out with NBC, the unceremonious exit, which I thought the most interesting point of that was he made a point later in the conversation that something like,
And maybe we'll circle back and make that right at some point, make it completely right.
I followed up with it asking him if he thought that was really a possibility, and he did, which immediately made me think that something's in the works, otherwise he wouldn't have said that.
Do you think that'll happen?
I hope so. And I think there's a chance that it will.
You said you were a little nervous last night. How did that differ?
Yeah, it's just like Bob was a guy like I idolized growing up. You know, he's who I aspired to be and like unquestionably admired. And so, you know, there's just a different level of pressure you put on yourself when preparing for a conversation like that.
All right, Bob. Well, we just wrapped with Graham. I looked at the clock. It's about 2.5 hours. How'd the interview go?
It was long, but most of it I hope was worthwhile. Graham was not only extremely well prepared, but for whatever reason, this topic, me, engages him more so than I think I deserve, but I'm flattered. So he got not only an hour's worth, he got, for whatever it's worth, a documentary.
So you would say a pretty in-depth interview.
Oh, in depth, indeed. I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I'll never have to do it again.
Hey, you'll never have to do this again.
That's for sure. You're killing me. You're killing me. I'm trying to help your career, Graham. Don't you understand? I'm here to help.
I'm gonna need a lot more help than that.
Well,